week, I bounce back. Whoa, if you a real one, then you know how to bounce back. Don't know nobody, oh nobody, always on the fucking job.
Hey guys, it's the Beauty and Horror, and today I'm going to be doing a story time about the time about all the times that I had mishaps with lighter salt. By the way, I think this is in 7th or 8th grade, one of those. Yeah, it was 7th or 8th grade. So what beer salt is it's just like a little can, or like not a little can, a little plastic thing about this big that looks like a beer, and it has salt in it. And it's called like beer salt, and it's not alcoholic, like it doesn't have alcohol in it. It's literally just salt named beer salt. My dad used to buy it for me, and I know that's like extremely unhealthy and not safe, but I thought it was good, he thought it was good, and I used to eat it straight from the can like all day long. It was so good. So one day I decided to bring it to school so I could show off and make everybody think I was so cool that I had beer salt with me. I was the cool girl with salt. So I bring the beer salt with me to school, and I'm like, eating it on the bus, and like everybody's asking me for it because it's a cute little bottle, it looks cool, so I'm pouring it in people's hands thinking I'm the boss of everything, and I'm eating it. I get to school and this is obviously a separate day, the beer salt snorting, which is like the title of this video, and I'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to school this day, and a day to take tax tests. Tax tests are basically just like the final tests of the year to let you pass and go on. Just a yearly evaluation test. I'm taking the tax test, and there's this cute boy that I had a major crush on, and he dared me to take an entire handful of salt. And because I was so love struck, I decided, yeah, I'll do that. What bad could possibly come out of taking an entire handful of salt and just throwing it down my throat? Nothing, right, Jocelyn? Obviously. So I'm pouring the beer salt, and I'm just pouring and pouring and pouring, and it gets about a circle that's like that big and like this tall. I am not over exaggerating. I'm literally telling you, I was trying my hardest to impress this dude that I had a crush on, and I'm pretty sure he knew what was gonna happen to me, but he decided to put me through this anyway because he was a fuckboy and he probably thought it was funny. So I have all the salt in my hand. What do I get from doing this? And he was like, I'll give you $5. Okay, that sounds reasonable. I take the salt and I stare at it. Nah, no, this won't be that bad. and I put it all in my mouth. I just take it back, and I don't even like take my time to like how do you explain that? You like push it against the roof of your mouth so to like dissolve it. I don't do anything. I just start chewing it and swallowing it. Well, to make things nice and short, I instantly started gagging and spitting the salt everywhere. And when I mean everywhere, I went like this, and it went all over the girl in front of me. It went in her hair, like, and it was slobber coming out, chunks of beer salt in it. I was gagging over and over again, going down my throat at the same time. Just imagine all of that stuff happening during a tax test when everyone is dead silent. Pick my sleeve up because I always wear jackets. I like pick my sleeve up and I started wiping it and like wiping my desk, trying to get it out of the girl's hair. And my teacher just looks up.
Jocelyn, shut up.
And I'm like coughing. I'm having a coughing fit. I'm literally like dying, or at least I think I'm dying because my throat feels like it's like closing up because it's had so much salt. And I just keep gagging over and over again, trying to hold the gags in. Like, have you ever had that where you're like making the noise but like covering your mouth, like holding your mouth closed? This guy and his little group of friends are cracking up next to me, and I'm deadly embarrassed because of this. And I'm like trying so hard, and I keep coughing over and over again, and I can't hold the coughs back for my life. I could not hold them back. Coughing over and over again, and the teacher's like, Jocelyn, step outside now. So I go and I step outside, standing there, and she comes out and she's like, what are you doing making all this noise whenever the class is trying to take a tax test? Do you know how disrespectful and how rude and how blah 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 you're being? Couldn't stop coughing, and I like literally could not stop coughing. I'm still gagging, still dying, and she's like,
Go to the office. I don't want to deal with you and your smart remarks.
it wasn't a remark, it was me dying. So I get to the office and I'm finally starting to calm down, and since the office was so used to seeing me just go in my office, I'll be in there in a minute. So I go in the office and I sit down. What did you do this time? Oh, nothing. I just couldn't stop coughing in the middle of the tax test. And why were you coughing? And I was like, because I ate too much salt. He was like, you ate too much salt. And I was like, I ate a handful of salt. And he was like, why would you eat a handful of salt? And I was like, because it was a dare. Because it was a dare. Like, is that a real answer? No, it's not. It's a stupid answer. It's my answer. Jocelyn, I don't know what to do. Like, just go back to class. Just go back to class and tell her I'm sending you back to class. And I was like, gotcha. So I walk back to class and I get up there and I get my test back and I sit down.
What are you doing? And I'm
Coming back because you told me to come back.
calling him right now.
All of this commotion is causing more drama and taking more out of the tax test than you just giving me my test back and letting me sit down and take it. You know what I mean? Like, she could have just let it go and let me sit down and take the test, but no, she had to stop everyone from taking the test and call the principal to make sure that he's sending me back to class, even though that's what he did every single time, because I got sent for ridiculous things sometimes. In hindsight, it was a completely stupid thing to do. Totally my fault, and I understand why the teacher was annoyed, but just teaches you not to do stupid things for boys, no matter how cute you think they are. Don't ever eat a handful of beer salt, because you will gag and you will cough salt up into the girl in front of you's hair. Next story. The next story is the title of this video, and it's beer. It's like snorting beer salt on the bus or something like that. Well, another day on the way home, I was eating the salt on the bus, and people were talking about like snorting cocaine and blah blah blah, you know, how they've seen people do it at parties. Totally, man. You've totally seen that in 8th grade in our neighborhood. A nice-ish neighborhood. Normal neighborhood. Anyways, there was this one smart kid. I'll snort cocaine. I'll snort anything. But yeah, snort some beer salt. Fine, I'll snort some beer salt. How much can you give me? I'll give you $1 if you snort a finger's worth of beer salt. Okay, I'll do it. 2 other guys asked him, will you give me $1 too? Will you give me $1 too? $1 isn't that much, obviously, but in 8th grade it was a lot because there was people walking around, candy everywhere, and you could get 2 candies or like one nice one for $1, so everyone wanted money. So I convinced 3 people to do the beer salt, like snorting. 2 of them did it like on their finger and the other one did it across his palm. Okay, all 3 of you have to do it at the same exact time. You know, don't chicken out or you don't get the $1. So we had like 5 people back there, including myself, counting down from 10. 3, 2, 1, snort. And then they all snorted it at the same time. Oh my god. It was hilarious. The first guy that had initially said he would do it started having a bloody nose. Like, he started having, not like a major one or anything, it was just like a little bit of blood trickling. The second and third guy just started, their eyes started watering and they started coughing like I did. Profusely, they were just coughing really hard and like, tearing up in their eyes. Oh my god! Leaning back in their bus seats and they're, I don't know what to do, it hurts so bad, what do I do? good job, guys. Here's $1 for each one of you. We were like, thanks, and the one guy's got shoe in his nose, and the other two were tearing up at the eyes. And how about this? I'll give you each $2 this time if you do it again, but 1.5 times the size. So like the finger and a half worth, you know what I mean? Well, the guy that got the bloody nose is like, I'm good, I'm out, I'm not doing that, you know? The other two that were like teary-eyed and like coughing, okay. So I laid it out on their palms, and they just went, and then again, do not learn. The guys or the people in my school weren't the brightest, so I mean, I guess that's probably why they did it again. But I gave them their money and pain. I gave them money and pain, which was hilarious. Anyways, we had like a really mean bus driver, and he came back to see what all the commotion was, and some girl was like, oh, she's getting them to snort beer salt for like money. I'm saying her voice like that because I didn't like her and she didn't like me. But anyways, she was like, yeah, she's paying them to snort beer salt. Like, beer salt.
Who has the beer salt? What beer salt?
And I showed it to him. It's literally just my snack. Like, it doesn't have any alcohol in it.
It looks like an alcohol bottle. It looks like a beer bottle.
Well, it's not. It's salt. You can read the ingredients. And he faked me out, and he was going to read them, snatched it from my hand.
This will be taken as like evidence.
Evidence for what? Okay. He turned it in to the principal. The principal gave it back to me and said, please just don't bring that to school again, or like rip the wrapper off because it looks like you're promoting alcohol in school. And I was like, that's fine. So I just ripped the wrapper off. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today, and I really hoped you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and stick around for more. All of my social media will be like in the in the description below, and I hope you guys had a nice Valentine's Day. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and bye!
Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Wake up every morning, by the night I count stacks.